Hey you guys, hope you're having a good Tuesday. I got home from work a little early today. I actually had a really short work day outside of the home, so I've been working here at home. But I wanted to kind of update y'all on what's been going on with me because I've had a couple people messaging me. And then also wanted to talk to you about something that I've been struggling with that maybe you struggle with too. As far as everything that's been going on around here with the Sutherland Springs, I think I just had a bug like fly in my mouth. With the Sutherland Springs church shooting, found out today that 2 of the girls that died in the shooting were in the 4-H club that we have been a part of for a couple of years. This year we haven't been as active in it just because we've had so much going on, so we don't know them well. But I recognized their pictures. I just wasn't sure if that was them or not until it was confirmed today. Found out yesterday, which I think I mentioned in my other video, that one of my best friends that I grew up with, her stepson attended that church and was invited to go to church that day but did not. Otherwise him and her would have been in attendance that day when this all happened. And then one of the first responders is a friend of my husband's, and he was very distraught after the experience. And his description of what he found, I wish I would have never heard it because it's haunted me. It's haunted me in my sleep. Just the images of what he saw was just a little bit too much to bear, since some of these people I've seen and known in my life, and then knowing that my one of my best friends and her stepson could have been there. So that's all been a little bit hard to bear, but one thing that's bothered me a little bit is that I am upset about it as much as I am, because I feel like it wasn't directly my family that was impacted. So why am I so upset? That's been something that I've been struggling with. It hit close to home, so I know that that's why I've been so upset. My in-laws go to church just 7 miles away from this little town, so that's bothered me. But I think that one thing that a lot of us aren't aware of is with the way we have news coverage and the internet and our phones and everything, that all the details can be overwhelming for us no matter where we live. We get caught up in the news stories. The media, is all over all of it, and there's constantly updates being sent out. And that's overwhelming for any of us because it's just traumatic for us to hear about everything that's going on, especially when it's given in such great detail and such graphic detail. So one thing I wanted to talk to y'all about was depression. I have had depression in the past. I've taken medication for depression, and I still do. Depression is something that I talk to my patients about a lot, and what I talk to them about is, like, some of them will tell me, well, I lost my son this year, and so I've been dealing with this, and this. And so I will talk to them, sorry if the lighting's not right here, but I will talk to them about the grieving process and what's normal for grieving and what's not normal. And one of the things where it becomes a problem is when the grief takes over so much. I don't know why I'm getting so dark. The grief takes over so much that you're not wanting to get out of bed, you're having trouble concentrating, you have trouble sleeping, you don't have much of an appetite. There, I think I'm lightening up a little bit. Those are all signs that if you allow those things to continue, then that's when it becomes a problem. And I've noticed that in myself the last 2 days. Like this morning, I normally get up and work out at 5 to 5:30 a.m. and I could not get myself out of bed. I knew I had a short work day, so I took advantage of sleeping in a little bit. But I still feel like out of sorts, out of my normal routine the last 2 days. I haven't slept as well. Some of the graphic things that I've been told about from people that were personally on the scene when this all happened I keep reliving them, even though I wasn't there. Just knowing what they saw has been very disturbing. And then I just have not been as hungry. So I've had those same feelings, those grief feelings, but the problem where they become a problem is if I let them persist. And so what I have done to help myself is I've been diligent about drinking more water. I just forced myself to do my workout even though I didn't really feel like doing it, and it did make me feel better. And then I also drink my regular superfood smoothie that I drink every day, so that gives me some good nutrition. But those are some of the things that I have been doing. I don't know why the lighting is so funky all of a sudden on my phone. I hope y'all can see me. But those are some of the things I've been doing. So if you're experiencing grief and depression, definitely, even if you don't live near here, I know everybody's caught up in the story and what's been going on and how sad it is, and so overwhelmed about all the families losing these children and how many family members they've lost. So do make sure that you're taking care of yourself. Eat, drink, try to get good sleep, and certainly get some exercise. Exercise has been proven to change the release of neurotransmitters, hormones in the brain, to help you to feel happier. So it is not just a fluke. It's not just something I'm saying because I want you to exercise. There is a chemical release. It is a physiological thing that happens in our bodies. So if you're feeling down, get yourself out of the house, get yourself doing something active, and that should help you to feel better. And then of course, just process your feelings, recognize the feelings that you have, recognize that you have grief, and then try to work through them. Just don't let it disable you. So I hope that helps y'all. It has been a struggle for me. I've been struggling the last 2 days, and I feel almost feel silly at times because I feel like, well, there's so many people that are struggling so much more than me and have so much more reason to struggle. But because of media and because of everything being in our faces so much, no matter where we live, I think that it makes the grief something that we all experience. So just be aware of that and try to be proactive in your own life. So I hope that helps y'all. I hope I didn't ramble on too much. Y'all have a great day, and comment below if this helped you and if you watched. All right, y'all have a good one.